Support for Kalamazoo Lively Arts is provided by the Irving S. Gilmore Foundation, helping to build and enrich the cultural life of Greater Kalamazoo.
Welcome to Kalamazoo Lively Arts, the show that takes you inside Kalamazoo's vibrant creative community and explores the people who breathe life into the arts. I'm Mariano Avila, here at the Miller Auditorium. On today's show, we visit Elaine Seaman, a quilter and poet, who has made a career of telling stories through fabric and poems. Go behind the scenes with writer Bill Kraft to see how he turns important topics into entertaining films, right here in Kalamazoo. And stop by the Epic Center to sit down with Tasleem Jamila and learn how she connects with people through performances, writing, and educational programs.
I'm at the home of Elaine Seaman, who's a quilter, she's a poet. If you've ever seen a quilt hanging on a wall and wondered, what's the story behind that? Or read a poem and it really touched you, gonna talk to Elaine and find out exactly where her inspiration comes from. Well, we moved up to Elaine's studio where the quilt making magic happens, right? It's where it all begins, it's where it all ends. And I love this quilt. First thing I saw was this. I said, what's that?
Mm-hmm. That's me. And that little strip there has to do with me and my beginnings. I was born on Christmas Day. There are a lot of Christmas fabrics in there. There's an angel there, stars, and then I was born in Iowa, and this is a fabric that's called Wild Rose, which is the state flower of Iowa.
It tells a story, right?
That you wouldn't know that.
No.
I know that. That's why I did it.
Yeah.
This is a very personal quilt.
Sometimes your quilts and your poems have the same title or name. How did it cross over, I guess?
Well, I was always amazed that you could not copyright a title. So I right now could write a book entitled War and Peace, and nobody could have anything to say about that. I don't think they would look it up online and find, but I could do it.
Right.
And I have given my quilts pretty good titles. And it dawned on me that those would be good titles for poems too. And so I started writing poems using the same title that I had given a quilt.
I love it. Tell me about the whole quilt.
Well, this is not like my other quilts. This is a very different approach to, and it's called Quilt As You Go. This is something that you are putting the 3 layers together. This is what the back looks like. And you have your backing and your batting inside, and you lay your pieces down on top, and then keep sewing a piece on top of that piece. So for instance, here I probably started out with these sewn together and then put it down, and then had to sew this piece onto this piece onto those 2 pieces, this onto those, and then I kept working my way around. And I didn't measure anything. This was just a way of arranging, knowing in my mind what I was after, and that was my home house. This is my parents' house.
In Iowa?
In Mount Carmel, Iowa. It's not just Iowa, it's Mount Carmel, Iowa, which of course had 100 people. 10% of them were in my family. And very few houses, but the things it did have was my dad's garage, the school, the church.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
And the graveyard, where we played hide and seek at night.
And when I saw this, it kind of reminds me of Starry, Starry Night.
Yes. Now the background on that is I made pants for my son out of that. But that's what you didn't need to know that.
Elaine, when you're working, what does that look like? Are you alone? Do you have music playing? Is it quiet? Where's your mind at?
I am alone. I have a studio upstairs, and I suppose it was one time just called a sewing room, but I call it my studio. And there is one believe it or not, it's a tape, not a CD or anything. It's a tape I listen to, and the group is called Nightingale, and it's always, there's something about it that makes my head move into the direction of design.
Yeah.
And I don't know why the music works, it just does. I can listen to other music too, and when I'm just sewing seams together, I mean, it doesn't matter then. But if I'm designing, I prefer to listen to that.
And is it stressful when you're working, or is it relaxing?
Sometimes it's downright fun. I can laugh, especially if I'm just putting fabrics together that I wouldn't have expected.
Right.
And that's fun. You go, oh, I didn't know that was going to work, but look at that works. I like that.
And then where did you get the idea for these little screws to connect it up?
Well,
I've never seen it before.
the right idea was how important my dad's garage was for us and the town.
Why is that?
Well, because he was my dad, and there was my dad's garage, there was Lee's store, the church and the school, and a tavern. That's it, in the whole town. So it was a place people hung out and talked and so on. But these are the nuts that go with screws, and so it has this sort of double meaning because it has to do with holding things together, but they're nuts. That would describe the people from this house.
I didn't think that's what you were going to say. I really didn't.
And yeah, I don't think anybody...
And there's little nuts and there's bigger nuts,
Little nuts
right?
and big nuts, you betcha. And it was a mathematical problem. I had to make sure that the distance from here to here was the same as the distance from here to here and here to here. And sometimes it was more of a matter of, okay, this has to be where the big nuts go because I need to have that space.
And I was hoping that you might be able to pick out a poem and either read all of it or some of it.
The one that's on the wall is called Humble Beginnings. It should let you know where I came from. Blacktop Road, more red than black. It is Iowa, after all. Slow incline past cornfields, always cornfields, always and always cornfields. Past the new subdivision of 7 houses where farm widows and widowers trade histories. Past the store with bar, more beer than bread, where Lee laughed with farmers and smoked his deadly cigarettes. Past the tall pines by the church. What do they keep whispering, yelling, insinuating? Go away? Stay? The 4-way stop signs. No one comes from north or south. No one to wait for except those lingering at the cemetery. Down the western slope, more of a bump than a hill, to the southern estate, the jumble of used cars and broken tractors, campers, and bikes. The geranium beds needing to be weeded. But the draw is there, in the laughter from the front porch, in the smell of the grill on the brick patio, in the quick hugs and the similar eyes, in the sunset using the whole western sky to show off.
I feel like I visited Iowa. That's beautiful. That's so beautiful. Well, thank you so much for talking with me here today, Elaine Seaman.
Thank you.
So it's been my pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
On this edition of Kalamazoo Lively Arts, come meet a local filmmaker. Wait, he's a writer to boot and an actor. Come meet Bill Kraft.
I love you, Silver. It's the most pure thing of my whole life. And I can't let those clowns hurt you. But I got something for them.
Name and a description of you.
My name is Bill Kraft. I write, I produce, I direct, and I've been known from time to time to act here and there. Just to get started, I've always been interested in film. I did a TV show back in the mid-90s in upstate New York. When I was in college, my friends and I made this a Batman parody and turned it in for an assignment. And then 20 years later, we said, hey, wouldn't it be cool to make another one? And that just sort of opened Pandora's box. because with the democratization of filmmaking, we realized that we were able to make films, and I sort of didn't make it with my college friends. The newest films, I just used people that I knew here. We did casting calls, and it pretty much just started from there.
As a little guy, were you into the films and what's happening behind the scenes as well?
Not really behind the scenes. I've always loved film. When I was a kid, my dad showed me John Wayne films, and I started, acting like, I was going through the West, being John Wayne.
You can share an impression if you'd like now.
No,
okay.
I barely do my own voice, so yeah.
Okay, quiet on the set. What's going to happen?
What we're going to be doing right now is we're going to be reading a scene from the new TV series that we're developing. The name of the series is The Chronicles of Honor. It's basically, the idea is modern day Earth. Nebula comes from outer space, encompasses the Earth. 2/3 of the population gets knocked out. 1/3 gets cryogenically frozen, then brought back in the 37th century, because the people of this time are considered very violent, and the people in the future haven't had war in like 1,000 years. So they think, let's wake up the violent people and have them fight the war. As it goes, Matthew Brown is a veteran of 10 years of war in our time, and then he's never really shared anything that happened when he was in war with his spouse. And this is really the first time that he's ever done that.
So we're husband and wife.
Yep.
Okay.
So
Are
with
we
that,
ready?
Yep.
Okay.
So we get 5, 4, 3, 2, and action.
Do you think this is going to be what starts it?
With these things, it never starts how you think it will. We're in the saber rattling phase. A fleet moves here, a terrorist organization does this there. When it begins, it'll come out of nowhere. Or in a way, we've convinced ourselves it's completely impossible.
Every day I try and think, what can I do to try and get a discussion started between their alliance and ours. It always comes up with resistance, faux encouragement, or more often than that, not rhetoric.
Well, I really hope you find a way. There's this saying, I know too many names. We say it when the purpose of our cause loses its meaning. I guess in a way, my dear, what I'm saying is I don't want to know any more names.
In these moments, I partially want to hug you, and also I want you to tell me more. When I'm meeting with senators, ambassadors, and even with the president, these stories are so critical. We talk about things like the appropriate response. Too often we forget the human cost physically and emotionally. How is what you do art?
Well, I'll use Queen of the City as an example. Queen of the City, while we do have superheroes in it, we're trying to tell a very important story throughout it. And one of the things that was noticed when we showed the film to some people in LA, one of the feedback we got is this is the first time that he saw a movie that told what it felt like to be an overweight person in the United States, about the isolation and how people treat this. So we don't just go for the laugh. Each one of our stories tells an important story, and it has a very emotional tie to it. And she abandons me to the wreckage of myself. And then she turns and smiles.
In the kingdom of passion, the only ruler is obsession.
You can't get too drawn in by this stuff. You just have to think about your job. Sometimes I just don't understand. And then it's ruck up, weapon up, and move out. So you bury these things from the surface, but they're there, and they come back. And that's one name, Steve Paik.
My God, Matt, these things, they need to be known. People think of war sometimes, and it's like a TV show or a movie, something that can't touch them.
Well, I can't be the one that tells them. I can barely tell you, and you're my spicy wifey.
Well, I love you, Matthew.
Normally, Matthew means you're angry.
It means I'm being authentic.
You are that boo. Let's see.
Yeah. And community collaboration. Want to talk about this?
Sure. Yes, we've worked with the Public Media Network, the Arcadia Commons, Queer Theater Kalamazoo. We go out and we try to find organizations with like purposes and try to work with them, and it's also a great way to get actors, especially when we're working with local theaters. Laura K. Henderson, who is the founder of QTK and now the Bareback Stage Productions, we've worked with her quite a bit, and she's an excellent actor, excellent partner, and all.
Whew. Okay, back to Shelley. Do you try to stick with the script as much as possible with the character development to work on?
We try. Some people go off script, and I don't really, if they go in a good direction, I don't always pull them back, because filmmaking is a very collaborative process, and actors come up with great ideas all the time. But we try to stay with the spirit of the script, but yeah.
Do you call your wife boo?
I have been known to do that.
Cut! Here we are, about ready to introduce you to an artist who's multi-talented here in the space of our Epic Center in downtown Kalamazoo. She does poetry, she does art, and she does holistic healing. Let's go meet her now.
We were striving to thrive. We had a drive to be alive. We were striving to thrive. We had a drive to be alive, a drive to be alive, a drive to be alive, a drive to be alive. And now at 25, a lot of my sisters got fibroids and tumors. My brothers, they all stressed out from the high noise and rumors.
All right, I'm going to ask you a real tough question. Tell me about Tasleem. Who are you?
Tasleem, I'm multi-dimensional. I'm a mother, I'm an educator, I'm a wife, I am a holistic healer, I am a social activist, I'm a music producer, and I'm just all around, I guess what you would call the Renaissance woman.
So poet, actress, holistic healer, how are those all three combined?
Well, art is therapy, so I've often shared at universities art as therapy. So I may have a workshop where I open up with a poem, and the poem is about art and healing. And I may have the crowd—
A poem perhaps you've written?
Yes, and I'll have a crowd do breathing exercises. And sometimes the poems that I do in those type of workshops are interactive. The family eating at Whole Foods, standing up straight while some of my people still crawling. Arteries clog, memories fog. We are royalty that has fallen. Brain on freeze, the drain of disease, and some of us still stalling. We were striving to thrive. We had a drive to be alive. We had a drive to be alive. We were striving to thrive. All
right, I am ready for a lesson. What are you going to teach me?
Okay, I'm going to teach you the art of storytelling, but just to write a short poem, and I want you to tell me about yourself. I do this usually as an intro to students, so where I'm from. Not necessarily literally where you're from, but I want you to use your 5 senses.
Ooh.
So,
okay.
For example, you might just say, I'm from a place where biscuits are fluffy and they're marinated in cinnamon goodness, or just so describe it. Like, how does it taste? How does it feel? How does it smell? Where you're from?
All right, so I pick this up.
Yep.
And we'll make this as simple as possible.
Yes.
I'm left-handed in my right mind.
Okay.
So I smell the bale of hay.
Okay.
Period.
Okay, yes.
Then I can go, I hear the sound of a bird.
Mm-hmm.
How's that? I feel the heat of the summer.
I like that.
I taste, I taste the piece of straw. I touch the mane of a horse?
Grew up on a farm.
I'm a Hoosier farm girl. How's that?
I love it. I need them blessings. I'm tired of stressing. I need them blessings. I'm tired of stressing. I need them blessings, 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 blessings. So as teenagers, even adults, any man saying the right words like, I love you. Oh, sisters, we give it all up. Oh, we're done. Oh, we're through. But what we don't realize, see, we looking for divine love that can only come from the Creator.
Talk about how faith has been part of your art.
Faith has always been a part of my art. I actually grew up, the name of my poetry book is Black Baptist Muslim Mystic. So I grew up in church, in a Baptist church, and so it was always a part of my household. My parents are really into their spiritual life. They not only just went to church on Sunday, they were the kind of people that it showed in the home. Like, we couldn't say bad language, we were very mannerable. And so as I grew in my spiritual life, personally and myself, I became a Muslim. And then I was also introduced to the more spiritual side, which is known as Sufism. And so there are many well-known Sufi poets like Rumi and Hafiz. And so it really plays, it means everything to me, because everything is a spiritual realm. Everything is spiritual. This is just a vessel that I feel like God uses me and speaks through me. So a lot of times I feel like it's just my soul being written out on paper, and I share it with other people. So that has a lot to do with what I do. And I always ask the Most High to channel my words and to use me to be a vessel in my words to heal, or no matter what I do. So it's very important to me.
And then you'll truly be able to have that unconditional divine love for someone else, because you'll have that unconditional divine love for yourself, for yourself, for yourself, for yourself. I need them blessings. I'm tired of stressing. I need them blessings. I'm tired of stressing. I need them blessings.
Thank you for joining us on this week's episode of Kalamazoo Lively Arts. Check out today's show and other content at WGVU.org. We leave you tonight with a performance by Tasleem Jamila at the Epic Center in downtown Kalamazoo. I'm Mariano Avila. Have a great night.
You crave to be saved, and I'm just so brave. You crave to be saved, and I'm just so brave. You crave to be saved, and I'm just so brave. You crave to be saved, and I'm just so brave. You crave to be saved, and I'm just so brave. You crave to be saved, and I'm just so brave. Never weak, she speak from that ancient antique heat from the soul. So divine, reminded blind minds it's time to be bold. See, she be straight on the path, so she never fold. Natural foods that exude from my body, so she won't corrode. Decode and codes of deception and rejection. It feel like, well, some of y'all might just explode, but she was foretold that she be bestowed to unload these warrior O's. Don't you know she got a spiritual flow and glow that make her lyrics superb? Like golden to herbs on African fields, she healed with her words. From Tennessee to overseas, they play her MP3 on the streets by the curve. Clear message with the flow, so your soul not disturbed. She be ill with them rhymes, quite clever but never absurd. And voice so beautiful like a beautiful bird. Tasleem Jamila, one of the best that you've heard, one of the best as you've heard, one of the best that you've heard. See, I'm mystical, like a Kufi wearing Sufi, like a Buddhist chanting, eating sushi, like a gangster gorilla, some call Sunni, biblically baptized, Quon Quranic wise. You see, I own this. Y'all still paying Chase Bank, you gotta loan this. Honing my skills so your brain strain, trying to comprehend my throne as queen. Expertise expounding exponentially grownness. Independent artist, but you still can't clone this. Respect claimed and I demanded it. Original oracle, spiritual flow and flying as well. I commanded it. Handed down on lips, on scripts like Oshun. I demanded it. See, I spar my victims like a Bruce Lee movie scene, but don't scream or stress. My technique, well, it'll be a painless process.
I got express access to what the Mau possess, yes. And my battle dressed with finesse, mind blessed, no contest. Produce the music that complement my lyrical freedom of press. See, I'm an MC and poet like MC Light. Maya Angelou, Rakim, and Rumi at best. Opiate the codes in my rhymes real clear. Scientifically engineered, and I'm so sincere. See, I be near to the celestial sphere. Negative energy disappear when I enter without fear. In tune with my God intuition, in tune with my naturopath physician. See, I give you that organic nutrition. Cause boy, y'all crave to be saved, and I'm just so brave. You crave to be saved, and I'm just so brave. Like Harriet Tubman, freeing mental and spiritual slaves. I free them all the way from the cradle to the grave, from the cradle to the grave. You crave to be saved, and I'm just so brave. You crave to be saved, and I'm just so brave. You crave to be saved, and I'm just so brave. You crave to be saved, and I'm just so brave.
Support for Kalamazoo Lively Arts is provided by the Irving S. Gilmore Foundation, helping to build and enrich the cultural life of Greater Kalamazoo.